Hey guys, what's up? My name is Andre Ong, and in this vlog, I'll be sharing with you my experiences of being an intern and my on-the-job training journey at Indie Lifestyle. It all started when I was looking for jobs online for my OJT, but I couldn't find the right one just yet at the time. I then asked some help from my professor, Ms. Lalikan, and she gave me a folder with a list of possible companies that I could sign up for an internship. I did email a few of them, and one of them turned out to be Indie Lifestyle. Well, for that company, I decided to message them on their Facebook page as well, and after a few days, they reached out to me and we had a scheduled interview. The interview took place online, and I could say that it was a pretty chill interview. It wasn't too corporate or anything like that. During the interview, I met our supervisor, Miss Jen, and her partner, MJ. Luckily, they accepted me into their company and already gave me work schedules for the upcoming days, which were mostly events. Oh, and this company offers a hybrid setup, by the way, so sometimes I work from home. So my first day at the headquarters of our company was during an event. It was an anniversary event for Motherland that took place on May 11th at Motherland QC. My first look of the place was that I knew I was going to enjoy this internship. Our headquarters kind of gave me a homey feel. There were a lot of kiosks and stores nearby as well. I met some of the other hippies and musicians and made friends during the event. My first few tasks at Indie Lifestyle was to help them set up their booth, as they were selling products and their main product being mushroom chips. I was also looking forward to meeting other interns, however, I was the only intern that day. And since I brought my camera, I took a few shots and documented the event, which I later on edited and made a highlight of. My first day was amazing, and I couldn't wait to see what other fun tasks I would be given. The following day, which was the 12th of May, was another event called the Eyeball event, also known as Hippie Fest, which will take place at Motherland QC again. It was a monthly event where all hippies gather, have a music jam, and do other fun hippie activities such as food trip, barter trade, talks, etc. And likewise, I helped out with the booth and took care of the barter trade area, while also documenting the event, which I again later on edited and made highlights for. I also jammed during the jamming session and captured some shots of the musicians and performers. And after those first two events, I was given some offline tasks for the next few days, such as creating a poster in Canva for an upcoming event at a place called Tahana Hiraya. I also took those times to complete the editing work I had to do, both photos and videos. The next on-site work I had to do was at another event called Gulay Pamor. And despite it being rainy that day, I was still able to attend, help out with the booth, and documented some shots. I even made a short advertisement idea for mushroom chips that day and completed a few other tasks given by my supervisor. And there I go, still shooting, getting myself wet from the rain. After that event, I had a couple of off-site work days where I completed all the video and photo editing. The next on-site work was quite different because this time I had to travel far. It was a 3-day out-of-town work located at Batangas in a place called Tahana Hiraya. That was a poster I helped made in Canva to call out for volunteers, since this was a volunteer work. The trip was quite a hassle, but my partner and I managed to arrive there during the evening. The next day came and we were all up and about at around 9 a.m. ready to do our tasks. Well, these tasks were kind of different because I was given a list of items to collect this time. I had to harvest banana leaves, collect coconut shells, and a few other things. Some were to make DIY lanterns, and some were to make some sort of fence outside of the area. I even made my very own star out of spare materials. In the following days, we just continued to do our tasks, and before we left the place, we all hung out by the ocean where I stacked some rocks and watched the sunset. Now my next task was a bit challenging, but I was able to go through with it. The company Indie Lifestyle also create content on food vlogs, so I was to look for potential restaurants that we could collaborate with. I then suggested the place Alfa's Bistro and Cafe since I just had a gig there and I could talk to the manager or their staff. And after a few meetings with the cafe and Indie Lifestyle, I'm glad to say that we secured a collaboration with them. Miguel from Alas Tres interviewed the owner of the cafe while I documented some highlights as usual. This time more thought out and more corporate-like. And the next event was at Motherland QC again, entitled La Bruja, where some witches are lined up for a music performance. And you know the drill, I documented some videos and photos. Oh, and I forgot to mention that during all of this, my partner and I were working on a homemade advertisement for mushroom chips. And here are some clips. You can watch the full video on the page Mushroom Chips by Indie Lifestyle. And so this brings me to my final and biggest event that I had during my OJT at Indie Lifestyle. It was called Fête de la Musique. That was a really challenging day for me because I also had a gig at another event in the other side of town. But eventually I made it and got to enjoy both events. There were a lot of amazing performers and that sure was a fun night. After that event, I had only a few more days till my OJT hours are complete. I handled the booths on a few more events, and now my final task was to create this video, a journey about my experience at Indie Lifestyle. Now before I end this video, I'd like to thank our supervisor, Miss Jen, and her partner, MJ, who helped guide me through all of this. I learned valuable lessons after having gone through all the experiences at my on-the-job training. I learned about the importance of initiative and adaptability in professional situations. Seeking opportunities and adapting to different tasks wasn't easy, but it was something I had to learn and experience along the way. During my internship, I showed flexibility in handling various tasks, from setting up booths and documenting events, to creating promotional materials and collaborating with external partners such as restaurants or cafes. I'm sure that all of this is crucial for success in my career path, which I am really glad to have learned at Indie Lifestyle. And with that being said, that concludes our vlog. Thank you all for watching and I hope you enjoyed my internship journey at Indie Lifestyle. See ya!